Look at this, another high hydration dough. Going to show you how I treat it and cut it out. It has been fermenting for 5 days. Now it's out, and as you see, it's actually holding its shape pretty well. Then I dust it with flour. A lot. Take this. Got my oven on 300 degrees, 575 Fahrenheit. You need a good oven to bake this. Got my bread ready and some hot water to throw in. I got a small tray for my water. That's it. And I will bake this for 15 minutes on this degree, and then I will turn it down to 240 and bake it for another 30 minutes. There you have it. Look at this. Light as a feather. Baked for a very long time. Smells amazing. Yeah. What you're seeing here is a 140% hydrated sourdough. Going to put it in my box here, then you can see it. wet hands, and I'll just give it a few folds. That's it. Just going to let it bulk for 1 hour, then I put it straight to the fridge. Alright, so just a few things you can do if you want to have some more fun with adding really high hydration. Then you can use porridge, you can cook some potatoes, sweet potatoes, vegetables, mash it and add it to your dough. That will also capture some of the water, and you can just put even more hydration. You can also make it healthier and give it a much deeper flavor. I think it's really fun to experiment with this. It's important that you, if you're going to ferment for a lot of days like I am, then you need to take your sourdough starter before it's super active. If it becomes too active, then it will start eating down all the gluten strings, and you will get a really sour bread without texture. It will just collapse completely. Here's the full process. I'm going to share it with you now. Some people were complaining that I weren't detailed enough in my last video. You can go and check it out. It's also really cool. If you want to know more about this, feel free to send me a message on Instagram. If you run into any problems, I will gladly help you out, and I always answer. Okay, so autoly is done. My sourdough is ready. I mixed them together for around 10 minutes, and remember, in my autolies I have about 70% of my water, so it's already a pretty wet dough. I mix on low speed and I let it rest. Let it rest for 10 minutes, and then I add my salt, and I only add 50% of my salt and the last 50% of my remaining water. I add that, mix it for 10 minutes until I have absorbed all the water, and then I let it rest for another 10 minutes. Then I add the last bit of my salt, and then I add my last bit of water. Mix it until it grips the hook. And that's it. After that, I let it rest a bit before I flip it out into my box, as you saw previous in the video. One really important thing, if you want to add some kind of stuff to your dough, like porridge, you need to mix your dough super hard towards the end after you have finished adding your salt and last bit of water. Then you need to build as much strength as you can. So mix for last 2 minutes on full speed until you see you have a really strong gluten network. Then you can add your porridge, and then you only need to mix it for maybe 30 seconds until it has dissolved into the dough. And that's it. Then you have a super high hydration sourdough. I hope you enjoy this video. If you want to see more, then please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and as I said, you can follow me on Instagram. Thank you for watching, guys.